Oh my god, how did we make it all the way to episode 8?
8?
We're in 8.
8?
Yeah.
8?
Yeah. How?
Whoa.
We're on episode 8 already.
Mhm.
And...
Man, almost double digits.
Almost
We're
double
gonna be
digits.
changed people by then.
We're gonna be
changed people, I feel.
We need to make this the time capsule episode. Anywho, time capsule for 2 weeks from now. But we have a decent amount to get to today, and there's some sad stuff, but I feel like a lot of it's funny today. We'll see. Who knows? I don't even remember the shit that I write down.
Please tell me we're gonna cover his speech that he did at the press. Meet the press dinner. Are we gonna cover that? Are you gonna cover that, my friend?
I don't recall this. Let me... Hey, well, the first section is the Trump... Or what did I name it to? I renamed the section to Donnie J, actually. But, I need to watch that video.
It's a good nickname for him.
Yeah, so let's look that up. Let's just start out with that. You said Trump press conference.
Press conference dinner.
Oh, do you mean the joke that he made?
Yeah, the terrible jokes
that
didn't land.
I remember I have one joke that he made that didn't land, and you probably know the one. I do have that one.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay, we'll get to that. I have that clip lined up.
Awesome. What about him, like, just shitting on the press in general? To the people that he's supposed to be doing a conference for.
I didn't know. Why in this one does he have a hat? Does he put an hat? Oh, he puts the hat on.
He put a He puts a Trump 2028 hat on. Oh my
god, dude.
Yeah.
Get it? Because it's funny. Because he's totally not being serious. Where did his orange tan go? He's so white. What the hell?
I'm telling you, it's literally melting from his fucking face.
Okay, that's different lighting. I guess it just depends on the lighting. This is a long ass speech.
Bro, he went on forever. The best part is, or I guess the worst part, when the other news organizations were covering this, like the really Republican ones, were not covering the other speakers. They were literally just showing Donald Trump just sitting there doing nothing.
That's so funny. Okay, well, since we're already on this conversation, I'll go ahead and play the video of the joke everyone's talking about that he made. And he got mad at people for not laughing. Let's go ahead and
the other day, a senator I knew got a text, a great guy, from his wife.
Great guy.
And she said, when you get home, I want to have you immediately come up the stairs and make love to me. And he said, I can't do both. You know what? You know?
The laugh.
And make love. Does anybody get that?
He did the Elon thing. He did the Elon thing.
I thought was good in this whole freaking stupid speech that they wrote.
And then he talks about them writing the speech for him, trying to blame them for it.
Oh my god.
Something tells me they didn't write that part. I don't know about you. I have a feeling that was him.
Honestly, with the people he surrounds himself by,
you think
it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe, because think about it. He surrounds himself with loyalists.
Yeah.
And loyalists are not usually good at their jobs.
I don't know, man. That also
I could definitely see it.
Especially if this is like, how deep into his ramble was this joke?
Do
you think it was still in the
like somewhere at the start?
Okay, maybe he still is in the speech segment.
My parents watched the whole thing on Newsmax, so when we were smoking pie, I had to take that bad vibes into account.
Yeah.
So somewhere at the start, he went on a weird long rant about how the election was stolen, like usual. You know, like a crybaby.
And he talks about, and people talk about us whining about, slavery happened a million years ago. He's still complaining about Biden and Obama. Like, what are we doing? Anywho.
They're acting like it's a fucking what's a good historical event to compare this to? It was it's like a shooting.
Mm. Here, hold on.
Except for the press has the gun.
Let me keep it going.
That was the only good one, and that went down with.
Me and Donnie both knows what it's like to bomb jokes. I can really relate to this guy.
But I love how he explains it again.
In other words, you can't go up the stairs and make love too, you know. So we're looking for term limits. Does anybody understand this now? The other day.
He's blaming them. He thinks they just don't get it.
Like, are you people fucking stupid?
Yeah.
This joke was hilarious.
It's so good. But
JD Vance said it was a knee slapper.
But moving on to now, this is like the Trump section, and this is a Trump.
Well, yeah, Melania Trump. That's a Trump.
Is doing a lawsuit against someone who spoke.
Really?
Yeah, because they exposed her for being in the Epstein files, so she's trying to sue them.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh man! Honest to God, if this is the lawsuit that gets like everything exposed on Donnie J, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. It wasn't even involving him.
Let's see it.
Author Michael Wolff has claimed in a lawsuit that First Lady Melania Trump threatened to sue him for over $1 billion in damages if he didn't retract Jeffrey Epstein-related statements he made about her. Wolff said in the lawsuit that Melania Trump's threat to sue came over statements he made to the Daily Beast and in 3 videos published on social media, although he added some statements were incomplete phrases and were taken out of context. The lawsuit came on Tuesday, the deadline set by Melania Trump's lawyer for Wolff to retract statements, issue an apology, and pay damages to his client. Through his lawsuit, Wolff announced his intention to use the legal action to put the president and his wife under oath to answer questions about Epstein. Wolff conducted interviews with Epstein before his death. The lawsuit noted that Wolff never said Melania Trump was involved in any of Epstein's crimes. Among the statements the lawsuit said were true were those saying Melania Trump was very involved in Epstein's social circle, where she met her future husband, and that it was fair to question how Melania Trump fits into the Epstein story. Wolff has published a dozen books, including 4 bestsellers about the president.
You think Epstein hooked them up?
Yes.
You think that's what happened?
Yeah. That's definitely awesome. What I think happened. And I think it's funny that like they'll be like, "Oh, I need $1 billion to pay the damages." No,
they just say a big number to sound impressive.
The damages to your reputation came from marrying Donald Trump. That's what damaged your reputation.
No one made you go to the island. You chose to.
Exactly, and that expose, not even expose, because he was just talking about facts again. He didn't even technically allege that she was involved. He just lined out facts, allowing people to make their own conclusions. But regardless, that's not going to lose you any. That's not going to cost you any damages because the people who are pro-Trump, that's not going to sway them anyway. The only thing that will sway them away from Trump is probably Trump going on stage saying, "I tricked all of you." I think that genuinely might be it.
What if? Do you think he'll? Because he does trickle supporters every once in a while. Because my parents were complaining about like the gas and grocery prices and how he doesn't appear to be really doing anything. And they actually stated that they blamed somewhat the Iran war for it. I feel like the cracks are starting to show a bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, I guess for me it's personal. It's personal experience because, like, you're correct. He's losing. He's still declining in the polls every day. But whereas you have people around you, yeah, I knew it. I said that you're gonna do a poll check.
You know me, bro. You know me.
Where you have real life examples of that around you, whereas me, like everyone I know who was a Trump supporter in 2020 is like a harder Trump supporter than they ever were. So
yeah,
but I mean, poll wise,
that's
he's losing support even amongst both Republicans, Democrats.
I wish I had some confetti because Donald Trump disapproval rating is officially at 60% again. which is great.
60.
Sorry, did I interrupt?
What's his approval rating?
60%. 66. Oh, sorry, not 66.
I was gonna say
36.6. There we go.
That's crazy. Love to see it.
It is crazy because it bowed out when Iran, the Iran war started. And it kind of stagnated there for a while, and it went up to around 37.5%, but it's been decreasing for a good minute. I wonder if he's going to get even lower than his first term somehow.
I feel like he has to, because he's doing like so much even worse. Like Trump 2.0 is so much worse than 1.0 was, but
literally,
I don't know. We'll see.
Bro, he's throwing so many like. He's slashing the size of national parks, fucking slashing regulations across the board recklessly and dangerously.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a study that said due to the regulations cut and the everything else they did, that roughly his policies might cause extra 30,000 deaths per year in the country.
I think I've heard that. Yeah. I mean, which makes sense. He releases. It's now. He's now released a virus each term that he's served. So.
Literally. And the screw worms in the fucking cows. Now we used to eradicate that shit, but Donnie J. I guess this. Sorry, I muted myself for like a 0.2. Technically, it was RFK's doing, I think, or whoever is responsible for that. But, you know, he hired those people. He knew what kind of whack jobs he was going to get into the office. Not really caring about actual qualifications, only their size and loyalty.
Dude, I remember...
of course.
I remember a while ago, and I'm not, just to put it out there, I am very anti, we all know this, I've been very, very clear that I'm against AI. I'm against its environmental impact, and all of that shit. But sometimes my morbid curiosity leads me to deal with the devil a little bit. And I think it was right after Trump won, where I talked to the AI bot DeepSeek.
The Chinese one?
Yeah,
not even American.
Yeah, I had to be you know, super anti-capitalist about it, I guess. But you know, I talked to, and what made it most interesting to me is DeepSeek at the time, again, and I don't condone like AI, so I haven't even touched DeepSeek in forever, so I don't even remember. But at the time, it only had data from like 2023. So I was telling it like, hey, Trump just won the election, and RFK's the Secretary of Health, and JD Vance is the Vice President, and it was like, you're bullshitting me, bro. Like, it acknowledged acknowledged that its oh my god, data was outdated. That it's like, so it knew it, like, I'm like, I'm in 2024 right now. And it's like, okay, sure. And so it wasn't because it was outdated. It agreed that, okay, sure, it's 2024. I believe you. And then I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? JD Vance is the Vice President. Trump is the President, and RFK Jr. is the Secretary of Health. And it was like, well, if you're telling the truth, which it doesn't sound like you are, and then it would. And I thought that was so funny. It's like, our timeline is that shit.
Brother, let DeepSeek live in his bliss of fucking ignorance.
Yeah, I think they've updated it since then, but yeah.
Oh god, they introduced it to the horrors of the last 2 years. How cruel.
I feel like I had to come clean there. About my usage of AI. God damn this fucking camera. Holy hell.
Brother, guys, subscribe, give us money, and they can get a new camera.
That's true. Anywho, moving on to Trump accounts. You heard about these?
Oh yeah, that was another thing. Yeah, it was like a huge thing.
So, Yeah.
I'll let you explain. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it had pretty much bipartisan support, sadly.
Yeah.
Which the broad idea, I have all the issues with it written down. I barely touched it! I barely touched the cord! Okay.
Goodness.
But it puts $1,000. So for all children born in the next 3 years, from now up to the next 3 years from now, any kids born in that time, their parents can sign up for a Trump account, and $1,000 worth of stock will be put into the Trump account. And I just want to remind people Go ahead.
I feel like this is just a weird way to inflate the stock market to keep the fucking the shit going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where everything's going in the toilet.
Well, yeah, and I want to remind people that one of the major things that paid for this is cut to SNAP and Medicaid and Medicare and everything.
Hey guys, we're not gonna give you money for food.
Yeah.
Here's some stocks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so dumb. So dumb.
People aren't enrolling, and even some of the people who aren't enrolling have claimed they haven't gotten their checks, but less than 10% of eligible children have a Trump account open, and only a quarter of children who are eligible for $1,000 opened an account.
Mm-hmm.
So 3/4 of the people who were eligible for an account got the notice that they were eligible, and they chose not to sign up for it.
I mean, it makes sense. This sounds like a weird Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, the populist right loves it. But the traditionalist right, as you can imagine, is mad for the wrong reasons. They're mad about, like, giving handouts and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. They're giving handouts. Because, you know, making sure people are fed should not be a thing that the state should be trying to do.
They had a press...
We have to be cruel to everyone.
Right. They had a press conference about it, and he talked about the Trump accounts for, like, maybe 5 to 10 minutes at most before going on to radical left Democrats in Iran and the election being stolen.
True.
Which is true.
Didn't they... Is this the one in Georgia, I think? Because they had, like, a specific thing. They had a specific thing for the Trump accounts, not that one. Like, they at a high school, I think. Like, like it's a YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Trump accounts. You get $1,000.
I haven't seen that. Oh my, that's awful. That is a little horrendous. So that's cool. And did you have anything you want to say about that? I know I was interrupting you earlier. Or was it just what I already said?
No, the only thing I would like to add is that this is like good in theory because it gives people I wouldn't even say stable because, you know, the stock markets are infamously unstable right now, but a source of income that they can hopefully rely on to always have something to fall on. Instead, you know, giving them terrible things like giving them food and water and shelter.
Or money.
Give them stark
or just actual money and not stock.
Honest to God, absolutely. If it was like a smaller thing, like you can have $200 in stocks if you want. I wouldn't mind it too much, but it's just they're cutting so much shit to help this program prop up this program. Excuse me.
Right.
And it's not even bearing much fruit. It's just a giant waste of government resources and money and time.
Also, you pull up to the pro-Palestine podcast with a Coca-Cola shirt. Wow.
You listen. I gotta be honest. That before that conflict, Coca-Cola was my shit. I drank it like every day. I used to love that shit. You remember that Mexican cola that they came out with not that long ago? Okay, so up here is like a huge thing.
Wait, are you actually boycotting it, or are you just saying that on camera?
I've been avoiding it. I wouldn't say I'm boycotting it because I don't know if I have the power to or feasibility to do that, but I certainly try to avoid as much of Coca-Cola as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Dr. Pepper gal now.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Aren't they owned by the same company, though?
Yeah. Isn't it everything?
Isn't
it everything almost at this point?
Alas. Sorry for grilling you on that. I just thought about it, and I'm like, wait a second, this would be a funny bit. But I don't actually care.
You're right.
Because I drink a shitload of root beer,
though.
and I'm pretty sure that's also the same company, so...
we're all hypocrites in different forms of clothing.
Indeed.
A little bit when it comes to that. But that's just because of the way capitalism works in our country.
Mm-hmm.
Not really ourselves. I mean, if we could make Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper in our backyard, that sounds fun.
Right.
I don't feel like we have the capacity to, though.
We do not. There are soda makers, but just
there's some
buying the fucking soda shit like that makes it bubbly is so expensive.
Oh, you mean the canisters? What is it, like carbon dioxide canisters or whatever?
I don't even know. Probably.
Well, either way, there are some better soda brands that are locally made around here. So that I could switch to those, but I don't know, I'm lazy.
Right.
You know what? I should start doing that. I'll give a report back to next week to see if I'm a massive hypocrite or not.
Hell yeah.
Check mark and write that down.
Moving on.
Indeed.
So, thank God the U.S. Appeals Court determined Trump mail-in ballots bill is blah blah blah. Him trying to that whole mail-in ballots shit he's trying to do, he can't do that.
Yes, because only the states have the right to decide.
Yeah, and you can't take it's stripping away people's right to vote. So and he was like whining at them trying to get them to appeal it, but that's not gonna happen. Groceries hit a 50-year high, which is crazy. 50 years, bruh. Nixon.
Last time was highest, it was Nixon.
Yeah, like
that's insane.
Yeah,
the literal irony.
Yeah,
I love it.
That is actually crazy irony. Yeah, groceries have not been this high since Richard Nixon. That's crazy. I didn't even write that down. I just put that into my head. I'm like, 50 years? What was 50 years ago? 1970? Nixon? Like this one.
Yeah, it is 1970. That's crazy.
1970s, yeah. Anyway, that is crazy. That's actually wild.
I know Reagan wasn't 50 years ago, but I feel like we could still blame it on Reagan somehow, one way or another. Thanks, Reagan.
Thanks, Reagan.
Thank you. Thanks, Reagan.
Thanks to Reagan, people like Donald Trump exist and became the president and got us into war, and then there we go. See, I managed to tie it back to Reagan.
Hell yeah. See? It always comes back to Reagan.
That's the shirt, yeah.
It always comes back to Reagan was at top, and then at the bottom, Reagan ruins everything.
Yeah, okay, right. That's what it was. But... did I not get any videos for this entire section? I guess not. Moving on to World War III watch.
Cool.
Which is basically all of the wars happening around the world. A couple of which seem to be merging even more, so we'll get into that.
That's another thing.
Yeah. The U.S. put out emergency messages telling Americans to be weary of Iranian attacks that may target citizens. Telling us to be... I don't know what they're trying to imply. Like, if you see a Muslim, keep your guard.
If you see a Muslim,
don't let your guard down.
Don't let your guard... expose your concealed carry to make sure they're afraid.
Yeah. Chase them with your butt. As Sacha Baron
Chase
Cohen
them with your F-150 truck and run them over.
Have you seen that Sacha Baron Cohen sketch where he's like teaching the super far-right Republican guy to scare off terrorists, and he's like, they're super scared of being gay, so you have to pull down your pants and run at them with your butt, and he got the guy to do it.
No way, I did not see that.
He got the guy to scream the N-word. Like, this guy must have been an idiot. He was like, what's one word? There's one word in America where if you say it, it starts with an N, and people don't like this word, and if you scream it, it'll get a lot of attention. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And he's like, so I need you to scream that word to get attention. And then he actually did it.
Oh my god, that's insane. Is there like nincompoop?
Remind me we need to watch this after if I have time.
Oh, please, absolutely.
But yeah, moving on to the so another thing is that $95 billion advanced, that $95 billion bill for Iran passed through the House.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Still,
I like to point out 6 traitor Democrats voted for it, and with their votes, they allowed it to pass through. I'm just going to say that right now.
Right. Which is very ironic, considering another bill that passed. It's very ironic because, you know what, I'll skip to this, I guess. The House passed a bill to end the war, and it actually passed in the House. And 4 Republicans voted for it, and all Democrats voted for it. So why would these 4 Democrats, they voted to end the war, but then they also voted to send $95 billion and put it back into this war? Like, what? Yeah.
It's the industrial complex. I feel like those 4 Democrats are bought by the industrial complex right there. Absolutely. They have to be. Why would you fund a war you're planning to end unless that was the result you wanted?
Right. But another bill that passed is the $1.15 trillion Israel-U.S. merger bill. Israel-U.S. military merger.
Oh, God. Fucking damn it. Why?
Approved
guys, we gotta save money! We gotta save money, guys! We gotta cut spending for food, for college and school. Oh, thank God.
Or did it pass? Actually, it's been a while since I wrote that down, so let me just do a little check. I think it did pass, actually. Let me look it up.
If it passed, I'm gonna shit my pants and scream. Let me take that back.
I was about to say, wow, but actually, no, it did not. It passed through the House, yeah.
Okay, good. I took it back before you said that, so I don't have to do it.
So that's cool. And yeah, that's just gonna make it even harder for future U.S. presidents and even our Congress to draw red lines with Israel. So,
because now our military is going to be one another.
Yeah.
Because God knows that's going to bring peace in the Middle East, more weapons and more war. That's great.
I'm sure they'll help. I'm sure it'll really be a merger too. It won't just be Israel using all of our weapons. I'm sure they'll help us out when we're fighting like Russia.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Or China. I'm sure they'll be more than willing to, send troops to fucking Korea.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Sad news. And I just put this stuff in here. We're an upbeat podcast. That's why I don't put too much. I try and mention the sad things that happened, but we're not lying. I try to when it comes to the bad things, I try to mention it and put some spotlight on it, but I don't try to spend too long talking about it because this podcast is pretty damn goofy,
We're goofy people. It's inevitable.
Goofy people. But for the sad things, the IDF shot 4 Palestinians in occupied territory, killing them. And Israeli settlers set a mosque on fire in occupied territory. So that's really cool.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Both parties are terrorists. I don't care. That's terrorist activity.
That is.
IDF terrorists and the settlers terrorists.
Objectively, that's why the famous saying rings true that the United States of America is the largest terrorist organization in the world. And
in some regards, that's true.
It's not inaccurate. So yeah,
certainly not. Not anymore. We're merging militaries with the IDF. So.
Right. But Iran accused Ukraine of attacking one of their vessels. So Iran accused Ukraine of attacking one of their vessels. Let me check, actually. I'm not sure where. I should have written that down, but I didn't for some reason. But yeah, the wars are... That was what I was hinting at when I said the wars are merging.
Yeah.
Iran warns Ukraine of retaliation after deadly Caspian Sea strike.
Caspian Sea? Oh!
Yeah, Iran accuses Ukraine of attacking a Caspian vessel, killing one sailor and injuring another, calling it a criminal act.
Interesting.
Come on, Ukraine.
The way the world turns. Come on, Ukraine. Come on.
Come on, Ukraine, please.
Okay. Oh, hold up. I'm not gonna say to be fair, because to give a point of perspective from the Ukrainian side here, Iran has been selling Shahed drones to Russia for a very long time, since the war initially started. To be fair.
No, I think that's an important distinction to make. Yeah.
True. Does that make the random boat in a legitimate military target? Probably not, unless it was filled with drones or weapons or something. But you know,
I really don't want a four-way war. I guess it wouldn't be. Well, just because it's like I side with Ukraine. Clearly I don't agree with, I side with Ukraine in their war, and I side with Iran in the war that they're involved in. And if we have, Ukraine and the United States versus... What the fuck am I trying to say here? The Ukraine...
Russia and Iran?
Yeah, I don't want Russia, and Iran versus Ukraine and the United States. Yeah,
because that would actually be a bloody war.
That would be a bloody ass war, and also it would make it a lot more complicated than these are the good guys and these are the bad guys. Because I side with Ukraine and I side with Iran in wanting freedom for both of those countries in this particular war, in the current wars that they're involved in. So
true.
Yeah. Don't make things difficult, guys.
Guys, come on. I know they've been helping Russia and stuff, but come
on. But also the US has paused their attacks on Iran.
Yeah, so did I heard this might be Western, brainwashing. You could say, but I heard that Iran also stopped attacking.
I haven't heard anything recently, and there haven't been any peace negotiations planned that are happening anytime soon. So a lot of people are saying that it might be over stockpile concerns.
Oh, that's also true. Because our stockpiles were diminishing, at the start, after the first few days of the war.
I mean, and recently, I have to remember in that last week or so, or the last 2 weeks, Trump got pissed off at one point and just started fucking unloading. So, yeah, I wouldn't. Stockpile concerns would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a leader like Donald J., he doesn't really concern himself with silly things such as logistics and logic.
It's funny, here I wrote down fuel prices worsen, obviously. I wrote down no more specifics, I just put fuel prices worsen. Thanks, past Jenni. Obviously they worsen. They're always worsen.
Our strategic stock, I forgot what its actual name, but the stockpile that the United States government has for war and just in case scenarios have been dwindling down since the war started, as they've been pumping fuel from that storage to the market to stop the prices from spiking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're almost at critical level by now. Meaning the minimum stockpile we need to, keep everything running.
Right.
Soon we might have to do fuel rationing.
Thank
you, Donald.
Thank you, Donald.
Thank you so much. Just what I wanted for Christmas.
We're already having a fucking fuel ration out here with how expensive it is. But obviously I know it's different. I'm just making a little
rationing our wallets, that's for sure.
Yeah. Moving on to the midterms. Or should I call this section the Abdul El-Sayed section, because that is what all of this is about right now.
Oh, damn right.
Damn right is real. So, if y'all remember, there was an interview with Jake Tapper, or, as I like to call him, Fake Yapper, about, he was talking to Donald Trump over the phone, and he asked him about Iran. And and Donald Trump was like, don't talk about Iran. I don't want to talk about Iran. And Jake Tapper went, okay. And then moved over it.
Oh my god.
Great journalist.
I love that.
And
thank you, Jake Tapper. Such a good journalist avoiding questions that state officials ask you to avoid. Like a good AI put it. Thank you.
And which is funny, it's like, okay, so he doesn't seem too concerned with Donald Trump, but he does seem concerned with Abdul El-Sayed. And the name of this video from Forbes, by the way, the name of the video is Abdul El-Sayed gets testy with reporter after he's asked if he disagrees with Mamdani on Israel. Testy?
Gets testy?
Watch
what
the
do
clip
you mean?
And tell me if you think he's getting testy.
It's interesting, though, because you talk about support for Israel. The New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani just this weekend was asked by the New York Times if he thinks there's room in the party for Democrats who work with AIPAC. And Mayor Mamdani said, quote, if they are Democrats and they run as Democrats and they win as Democrats, then they should be part of the Democratic Party. When you were asked by CNN if support for Israel could be about anything other than money, you told CNN, quote, not if you're a Democrat and you believe in human rights, unquote. You also said, quote, every definition of a Jewish state ends up in some articulation of illiberal values, unquote. So it sounds as though, and correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds as though you and Mayor Mamdani disagree about how big this tent should be, whether there's room for it in the tent for Israel supporters.
Well, Jake, I'll tell you this. There's always room in the tent for folks. And I'm for human rights. I'm for equal rights to peace, dignity, and self-determination. Whatever you think about the right of Israel to exist, I wonder if they have a right to our tax dollars. And here's the thing about it. Every time I come on CNN, you guys ask me the same questions about these theoretical rights of existence or whether or not I agree with the mayor of New York. I'm running for Senate in Michigan. And in Michigan, people can't afford their basic needs. They don't get the healthcare they need and deserve. They're worried about the quality of their kids' school. And the question seems less to be about the interests of Michiganders than the fact of something happening 6,000 miles away. I'm running for Michigan Senate, and I want our tax dollars spent in Michigan on our schools and on our healthcare. And the idea that somebody wants to vote to send that money away, to me, seems to be an anathema. So, with all due respect to the mayor of New York, I just think my tax dollars should be spent here, and I'd rather have a conversation about Michiganders than what's happening 6,000 miles away.
Peak response.
Absolutely.
What is girl writing?
Oh, me? Okay, so, to make a long story short, I'm playing a D&D character named Thomas.
Related, bruh.
I have to do stuff on the side, man. They are they follow a maester, or master, that sends people to different worlds to find, research, and learn about sources of power that he could use or use to understand fundamental rules of the universe, yada yada better. So I'm making the symbol of their order / I guess you could say cult, technically, it's a cult. You can call it a cult.
Hmm.
Of their cult, and I'm just writing the definitions of the symbols I put in there, just so the DM will understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's fair. Okay, cool. But yes, so he had a very good response, and I feel like that it's very tone deaf to be like, how can you not care about Israel? Because it's proven, it's becoming very obvious that when you say, hey, I don't care about them over there, I want to help you, the Michigander, it works. Or, whatever.
It's true.
Wherever it is that you're
from.
Yeah. And they asked AOC, the wording here kills me. Not, hey, why are you supporting Abdul El-Sayed? They asked, why do you want Haley Stevens to lose?
Of course they did.
And the name name of this video is also a little AOC asked point blank, why should Congresswoman Haley Stevens lose her primary? I don't know, that just feels asked point blank like it's something that's on all of our minds. Like, no, I don't know. I feel like
Brother, call it ZNN at this point.
Yeah,
Jesus.
What's going on? This is Forbes.
Oh, Forbes.
Yeah.
Well, they're just reporting it. Is the reporter the one that...
Oh, the reporter? I have no idea where the reporter's from.
Oh, I wish they had, like, symbols on their mic like they used to, so I know what the fuck they're from.
Yeah.
Primary.
Pardon?
Why should Congresswoman Haley Stevens lose her primary for Senate?
Why should she?
Why should she lose?
Oh, I don't think this is about why anyone should lose. And I think that that is a frame that is really limiting, and it is kind of... I don't believe in kind of a vengeful or negative politics. I've enjoyed working with her, and I think that it's been we enjoy a good relationship as colleagues. So this is has nothing to do with her or her leadership.
But why don't you think she's the best to represent Michigan in the Senate?
Pardon?
Why don't you think she's the best to go up against Congressman Mike Rogers?
Again, well, first of all, whoever wins this primary, we are forcefully supporting no matter what. Let's not get that twisted. We are here to win Democrats a majority in the House and in the Senate. Whoever wins this primary, this is what primaries are for. We come behind our nominee and we make sure that we stay focused on the task ahead of us. I think that in the state of Michigan, and I think what we're seeing across the country is more a referendum on the role of special interests and dark money in Democratic primaries than it is about any one individual. And I think what Michiganders are seeing is over $50 million in special interests everywhere from, folks, and across the country, special interest money everywhere from AI dark money to AIPAC to Wall Street. And it's a question on if we want to allow that to determine the outcomes of our elections, or if we want particularly Democratic primaries to be run in their own right by candidates and financed by their own campaigns. So.
She's so peaked, dude. AOC 2028, oh my god.
Yeah, honestly, absolutely. That was a pretty good answer. It's really funny to hear these centrist organizations or supporters ask these type of questions to more left-wing leaders trying to divide the left flank, who are dedicated to vote blue no matter who, on several points. But
Sam? Where do you go? Hello?
Hello. Sorry, my internet cut it up for like 0.2 seconds.
Look at my guinea pigs.
Hello. Oh my god.
They were running around in circles. Oh, no, you missed it, man.
Oh.
Fuck!
Oh.
One of them ran around.
Yeah. I saw.
Yeah.
You should put a mic in there.
I can hear it from over here. It's pretty loud. I can hear them, like, banging against the walls. Okay, anyway.
You have, like, a tiny hamster wheel?
No, I don't. So the hamster wheels are apparently, it's bad on their spines.
Really? Makes sense. So when you're running on that angle all the time?
Yeah, which is why I bought them these little, or I almost bought them. Thankfully, the woman stopped me, but I almost bought them these balls so I could, like, put them in it and they would be able to run around my room. But apparently those are really only good for chinchillas, and it would be too much on their little spine. Or hamsters.
Aw. I get you.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I was saying it's always funny that centrist Democrats are more than happy to try to divide the left flank, weakening the party overall to preserve their own flank from being consumed by them. You know, vote blue no matter who, except for your centrist, I guess.
Yeah, the left or like the liberal center left Democratic establishment Democrats are far more scared of socialists than they are of conservatives. And it feels like they're not even trying to hide that. But Haley Stevens and Abdul El-Sayed had a debate, and I gotta say, this debate guy, or the moderator here, oh my god, he did a good job. Holy hell, he was actually...
absolutely.
Did you watch it?
I watched Hassan Piker watch it.
I watched Mike from PA watch Hassan Piker watch it, so I get it. But
I love that.
But he was streaming this morning, so I was watching it while I was playing Dead by Daylight. But
fair enough.
But yeah, he did such a good job, and because she has literally no policies, and he was actually and she wasn't answering any of the damn questions, so he was actually repeating and asking her over and over again, like, okay, so are you saying this or this? And eventually, of course, she'd give up when she wouldn't answer it. But I'm just gonna play this clip. I'm just so the people at home can kind of get an idea of the difference between the two candidates.
So many people have questions about affordability. It's the number one thing we hear about from people. What are they doing in Washington to make sure that life is more affordable for me? Dr. El-Sayed, what are you doing that's something that perhaps we haven't heard before in Washington that's different to keep the cost of living down?
So let me just tell you,
I like that.
For me, it's I don't take money from the corporations who are jacking up your prices in the first place. When you're bought off by DTE and Blue Cross and Big Pharma and Big Tech and APAC, don't be surprised that there's a pro quo that comes with that quid. That money doesn't just fall off trees. $60 million from outside organizations in this race didn't just come from nowhere. It's because those exact same organizations expect something on the other side, and that's that they get to expect to own your next U.S. senator. So it starts with being able to say, I'm the only candidate in this race who doesn't take any money from corporations. Never have, never will. And then from there, I actually can stand up to them. I can do things like enforce our antitrust policies that haven't been enforced. I can do things like tax billionaires their wealth so we can take that money and invest it in you and your kids, in your schools. I can do things like make sure that rather than sending your money somewhere else to drop bombs on other people and their kids, we can keep that money here at home. And just in case you don't believe me, just think about this. Just last week, our friend here voted to send $3.3 billion of your tax dollars to a foreign government. That is the pro quo that comes with the quid of $30 million spent by APAC. So it really comes down to how are you funded?
Dr. El-Sayed, thank you. Congresswoman Haley Stevens, we heard a lot from Dr. El-Sayed. Some of that was about your record in Washington. I want you to be able to address that, but also tell us what you would do to keep the cost of living down.
Yeah, our affordability crisis is choking us out here in Michigan. Everywhere I go, if it's at the fish fry in downtown
trickle-down
Detroit,
economics, except for with different countries.
Who just the other day told me her healthcare costs continue to go up. The grocery bill is only getting harder. We don't need lip service. We need action. And Abdul's going to talk about where employees from certain corporations are spending their money, but let me tell you about what I am doing. Because DTE and our utility companies are selling out their ratepayers, and I'm giving them an option. I'm saying DTE, either stop raising rates or lose your federal funds and cut executive pay. Look, we need proven fighters in these positions, and that is what I have done time and time again. I've got the receipts to show it, and this is also why
that's not an answer to the question.
Two proven fighters who want to see results.
She has the receipts,
endorsed me in this race because Michigan.
Wait, who endorsed her?
Fighters who want to see results have endorsed me in this race.
She's not saying Obama endorsed her anymore. She's just saying leaders have endorsed her now.
Because Obama probably called her and said straight up, "Don't mention I said that. I did not say that.
Yeah.
Can you leave me alone?"
Oh my god. You know what's funny is she kept talking about how, for someone who glazes Obama, one of her biggest attacks against Abdul El-Sayed is, we don't need a celebrity we don't need a celebrity in office. That's not what we need. Okay, what was McCain saying about Obama? What was the biggest thing McCain said about... Hold on, you know what?
Yay! Alright, hold up. Let's get... You younger folks are gonna learn, bro.
Yeah.
You'll learn.
I had to, because I'm young.
Check
it out.
True.
He's the biggest celebrity in the world. But is he ready to lead? With gas prices soaring, Barack Obama says no to offshore drilling and says he'll raise taxes on electricity. Higher taxes, more foreign oil. That's the real Obama.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
Approve this message.
They literally used the celebrity attack on Obama, and then this woman who prides herself in being, you know, an Obama stan endorsed by Obama. How is she attacking Abdul? By saying he's just a celebrity who's not ready.
It just shows how fucking unreliable she is as a candidate. She can't even fucking remember back from John McCain, and she's like triple her age.
Right. It's real. In worldwide news,
Israel.
In Israel. And Israel came to me in my dreams. In India, their education minister resigned over exams papers getting leaked.
Ooh, damn. Oh no.
Yeah,
wait, getting leaked?
Yeah, here, I'll go ahead and play it.
Go ahead. Who leaked them, bro?
And we cut across to breaking news coming in. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who's posted on Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. The tweet that reads, and I quote, "For BJP workers, the country, our young generation and students are more important than their position. Today's resignation from the post of Union Education Minister Shri Dharmendra Pradhan reflects this. The Modi government respects the sentiments of the country's youth and is committed to implementing necessary reforms against paper leaks. Modi ji's decisions to ensure strict punishment for those responsible for the paper leak are commendable. I have full confidence that these steps will ensure complete justice for the students who passed the NEET exam. During his tenure, Dharmendra Pradhan ji has made significant reforms in the effective implementation of the national education policy, the provision of examinations in mother tongues, the expansion of Prime Minister Shri schools, the promotion of digital education, skill development and strengthening industry academic coordination. His efforts to make the examination system more inclusive and student-centric have also been notable. His work." Unquote. So that's the latest tweet that has come in from Union Home Minister Amit Shah, as he's not just lauded the previous work of Dharmendra Pradhan, but also stated the priorities of the Modi government, to say that BJP works for the country, for the young generation, for the students, and that is more important to them than anyone's position. Where Amit Shah, through this tweet, has also said that today's resignation from the post of Union Education Minister...
Why is this... Okay, I'm sorry, this has nothing to... But why is it like the music... They're using the same clips and it's transitioning over and over again, and the music is so pumped up, I feel like I'm watching Tamagotchi Life News right now.
Brother, gotta keep your attention, bro. Gotta keep your attention.
It's making me disassociate, bro.
He's gone on to state that the Modi government respects the sentiments of the country.
I wasn't, honestly, I was focusing on the music for a second.
Against paper leaks. Modi ji's decisions to ensure strict punishment for those responsible for the paper leak are commendable.
There it is.
All right.
And then
that's pretty important news.
Yeah.
I wish they talk about why the fuck they resigned.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look up. My guinea pigs be acting cray up in here. Let me full screen so the chat can see in the background.
Hell yeah.
While I look this up. Resigns after days of cockroach youth protests over exam paper leaks. Look at that. Thanks to Gen Z :3.
Thanks to Gen Z :3. I love that. Is :3 becoming is becoming international now?
I suppose.
Is it an
I feel like it's always been international because I've talked to people all around the world who would use :3s.
You know what? That's fair. Let me rephrase. Is it becoming beyond our generation? There's multiple generations picking this up.
I think the generation that started it is slowly moving up to millennial now, and we're seeing.
Oh God, are we becoming fringe?
Yeah.
You might unk.
Are we unk? But it looks like it says protests have been calling for accountability after allegations entrance exams to esteemed medical schools have been leaked and sold.
Sold?
Yeah.
God damn.
Who
sold it? I'm glad they're taking care of it, at least. That's nice.
When they have a corrupt person in power, they will actually get rid of them, it seems.
Well, let's rephrase here.
That's fair. Okay, I meant to say... Fuck. Not always.
Let's rephrase here.
I make that joke a lot whenever abroad a politician who's corrupt either resigns or gets forced out. I'll be like, see, they actually like to unelect corrupt politicians, but maybe India isn't the best example.
Yeah, because
they're fairly corrupt.
Yeah, and also right-wing government.
It's
right-wing things.
Yeah, I remember I learned a lot about it when when Israel, oh my god, on the mind. When India and Pakistan...
Israel on the mind, bro.
It comes to me in my dreams. But no, when India and Pakistan started fighting, I looked into it, and I'm like, oh damn, both of these countries are pretty ass, actually.
Yeah, because both of them, they're a fallout of a colonial project from Great Britain.
Yeah.
What they did a two-state solution. One side Pakistani, the other side Hindi.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, because I remember looking, and the more I research it, it's just like, wow, like Pakistan is hilariously corrupt, and India is insanely fascist. So there really wasn't a good. I just looked at it like, damn, I hope they don't start nuking each other. That's my whole opinion on the thing. And also, they stopped.
The ironic thing is another thing, they have some of the biggest nuclear stockpiles in the entire world.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Anywho, moving on to climate change. This one's real short. I just got one thing to mention, that Japan had an earthquake recently, and a tsunami alert has been issued. So,
oh no,
keep Japan in your hearts.
I'll do a little prayer for them later.
And
for dinner.
Hell yeah. Don't even know. I don't want to spoil that. ICE killings will no longer be investigated by the FBI.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
You know,
which just means that they won't be investigated. So,
brother, they can kill you legally now.
They legally can just kill you and it won't get investigated, yeah. But also, I just wanted to share this. This is Tom Homan, an insane Nazi. And look at this cool thing. I'm just gonna play this 1 second of it.
We're deportation maxing.
My fucking god. Oh, shut the fuck up, you old dying fool.
Can I kill you with
Jesus
hammers, Max?
Christ.
Like, what are we talking about? What do you, like...
Since we're fully funded, we just got to keep going. I mean, as far as performance, yeah, you know, I was honest with American people.
He's such a piece of shit. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna, I don't even care. I just had to share that he said deportation maxing.
Deportation maxing.
Can you
that is literally
burn in
AIDS.
hell, Max? What are we talking about? Sorry, what do you say?
Deportation maxing.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Fucking.
You go.
That's so stupid.
It is.
Homie was like, guys, we're gonna do something that's gonna hopefully rope in the young vote because they've been resoundingly rejecting us because we're fucking up their lives again.
Right.
Just like what we did last time.
I'm trying to use more metaphorical language so as to not get cooked by law whenever, if ever, I do become a larger voice. So I've been trying to refrain from saying things too crazy and and say things like burn in hell, which is one of the, you know, very awful thing to say to someone. However, it's metaphorical. I don't even believe in hell. And even if I did,
that's true.
I can't make, you know, that's just a you can't, that's not a call to action. If I say that someone should die, you know, they could use that against me, but burn in hell, what are you gonna do, bro?
Literally, I don't. Let me rephrase, because when I say I hope someone dies, I never mean it because I don't like saying that. It's a very rude thing too.
I do. I mean, I'm just trying to. This is just self-preservation. I'm just gonna be completely honest.
Listen, cover it. That's what my mother told me. Always cover your own ass.
Yeah.
First lesson. Gotta keep that shit covered. Especially in prison.
But yeah, especially...
That's what she said.
Oh my god, that's what she said? She said especially in prison?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, moving on. But yeah, it's when it comes to guys like this, yeah, it's kind of hard, because, oh, even if I did say horrendous things about him, he has caused horrendous things to happen to other people. 11 people, and these are just the people who have been confirmed. 11 people have been killed by ICE since Trump was elected outside of detention centers, let alone the deaths happening within the detention centers. So...
God knows there's plenty. They're probably shipping them out in droves like a fucking tiny Holocaust.
Yeah. Anywho, moving on to Nazi Watch, speaking of Holocaust. We got Sean Hannity, our goat, whining about...
Oh, hey, Sean Hannity. I didn't see you in a while.
He's whining about socialists and shit. And, you know, let's see what he has to say about Mamdani. I was going to skip to the part where he talks to John Fetterman, but we'll listen to this a little bit.
After promising to arrest Prime Minister Netanyahu if he visits New York City, socialist Mayor Zoran Marxist Kami Mamdani was forced to admit in a pretty embarrassing video that he does not have the authority to do so because he's just a mayor. In other words, exactly what we told him.
Not true. Enforcing international law doesn't matter if it's federal or not. Just saying.
He actually did, and he did say, the video wasn't embarrassing at all, I didn't think, in the slightest, but he did release a video in the past week, going up there saying, I don't have the power to arrest Netanyahu. However, I do call on the federal government, if he enters the United States, to arrest him because he is a war criminal.
That sucks.
Yeah, but...
Enforcing international law shouldn't matter where it comes from. It should just matter it's being enforced in general.
Sadly, yeah, you do have to be... You can't enforce international law as a local politician. But...
Gotta love the weak, flimsy UN.
Speaking of weak and flimsy, they got John Fletcherman.
United States.
John Fletcherman? They got John Flabberman on here.
That committed a genocide in Gaza.
That over and over again.
To end aid to Israel that committed a genocide in Gaza.
Here with reaction, Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman. You know, Senator, you said over and over again.
Let's ask someone who's not involved in the situation at all.
Yeah. By the way, John Fetterman has been on a roll. He has been on Fox News like 7. He's been like on there like every day in the last week. It's actually insane.
They're trying to prop him up as the good Democrat. Like, see, they used to be sensible.
Yeah.
They ignored the fact he had a fucking stroke and he changed his entire worldview.
Well, no, that's the thing is, like, there were right-wingers who were making jokes about it. Like, what's kind of funny, after he had a stroke, he started making sense. And I'm like, isn't that kind of funny that you start to agree with people the more brain damage they get? That's kind of ironic. I don't know if you should be bragging about that one, guys.
Bro, they're going to keep bragging about it anyway.
They are,
like, look, he's a good one!
All Democrats and everyone left of center should give themselves brain damage because they will become more right-wing that way, like John Fetterman.
Jesus.
Not leaving the Democratic Party. You have also
keep the ball rolling.
That your long concern has been the party will turn their back on Israel. You said that is moral clarity for you, and you said, except for that one condition. Is this the issue that could tip the balance and you can no longer be associated with this party anymore?
Yeah, I've been very clear, and I've been warning for actually years that the Democratic Party is going to continue to be more and more anti-Israel. And now people like whether Mamdani or some.
Is that before or after your stroke? I wonder.
Did you say Mamdani? What the fuck did he just say?
More anti-Israel, and now people like whether Mamdani.
Oh, whether Mamdani.
Mamdani. He said Mamdani.
Some of these primaries
God damn.
Are now
God damn me.
I love that.
Intensely
Mamdani.
You know, really just raging anti-Semitism in a lot of the states.
Yeah, he basically says along the line. He basically says that his red line is Israel, and that if the Democratic Party turns their back on Israel, he's going more right wing.
Oh, brother,
he's leaving the Democratic Party. I mean,
please, in your own state, I want to point out because people don't know this a lot. In his own state, he has like a negative 28%.
No one likes him.
He's down in the hole.
Obviously, Republicans aren't going to like him because he's not fully right wing yet, and Democrats.
Yeah, he has a fucking D on his chest.
Yeah, and Democrats don't like him because he's not progressive at all. Like they were.
He's not even liberal.
No, he's not. He's not even
liberal anymore.
He's just like a centrist. Anywho, speaking of Fox News, Laura Ingram's being bisexual for AOC.
I respect that.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, I think I'd also just I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue.
Well, got to give her credit. She didn't know much, still won. But the fact is, AOC is an attractive millennial with a powerful surface appeal. With her long, sleek raven hair and red lipstick, she's at times played dual roles. Kind of the earnest activist.
So that was a little weird.
Wait, what? Well, roll that back. I didn't really hear that.
Girl was writing.
Sorry.
Listen to this.
She didn't know much, still won. But the fact is, AOC is an attractive millennial with a powerful surface appeal. With her long, sleek raven hair and red lipstick, she's at times played dual roles.
She kept going.
Kind of the earnest activist, both up from her bootstraps, who wants to stick it to the man. And then at times, she's kind of played the girly girl who shares her favorite recipe on TikTok.
I've also had a lot of people saying, when are you going to do your cooking Q&A?
Who cares? Yeah, she cooks.
Brother.
I figured I'd do it now.
Don't you want women to do that, I thought?
You have been wondering.
Nah, bro, you don't get it.
My cooking Instagram.
They're cooking foreign food. They need to make beans on toast.
Okay, she should bring that back. Okay, I like cooking videos. There's nothing wrong with that. But the question is, what is she cooking up with socialism? Again, AOC was
that was so bad. Shut the fuck up.
That was so bad.
That was awful.
I laughed. It was. That's why I laughed, because it was so fucking bad.
Oh, that was awful.
Oh, was she cooking up with socialism? Bitch, I bet she doesn't know how to cook. That's the best part.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. She's jealous.
She's jealous.
And
she's jealous of the...
And wants to... Long, sleek raven hair.
Long, sleek raven hair and red lipstick, yeah. Anywho, RFK suspended over $1 billion in federal Medicare funding to California and Minnesota, alleging fraud and non-compliance.
I wonder what they define as non-compliance.
I'd argue it's probably pretty weak.
If Governor Gavin Newsom or Governor Tim Walz wants this funding released, all they have to do is provide basic documentation showing that these services are legitimate and not fraudulent.
Investigators in the administration say billions of dollars are exiting the U.S. healthcare system through fraud, particularly in care provided by unlicensed individuals.
Well, yeah, it just so happens to be the states where Tim Walz and Gavin Newsom are leading.
Oh yeah, just what do you think their next state target's going to be? Probably New York.
Yeah,
I bet New York. Never Florida, even though that place actually has a problem with that and has no like fucking insurance for housing anymore. It's going to go underwater soon. Love it.
So recently, there has been this really popular, stupid Olive Garden talking point, and it doesn't have to make sense, but they love this. I'm just gonna play it. This is a talking point that was very popular amongst right-wingers who want you to have vote. They want you to have an ID to vote. It was in this Olive Garden metaphor. It was super popular against these like Twitter bros, and it got so big that Stephen Miller is out here talking about Olive Garden. So I'll go ahead.
Right. A customer is a real thing. A customer at the Olive Garden was setting a question to Olive Garden management, asking if their all-you-can-eat summer pass could be shared with their family members. And the Olive Garden corporate replied, and they said, no, your card has a barcode that relates solely to you, and you must present a photo ID with your all-you-can-eat pasta pass in order to access all-you-can-eat pasta. So we've reached the point as a society.
The difference is they're a fucking company. And they don't have the federal government.
Well, and what's crazy,
with billions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly. And what's wild to me is yes, we've reached a point in society where you have to an ID, which is most white people have IDs, but a lot of minority groups, especially African Americans and neurodivergent groups and immigrants, don't have federal identification. Can't get access to things like, what is it, the free Olive Garden fettuccine or whatever the fuck. And this guy's like, look at that. We need to make it so not only can they not have access to the unlimited fettuccine at Olive Garden or whatever the hell, they should also not be able to vote. Like, that's not the issue. The issue is, why is it so hard to get an ID in this country? Why does it cost money to have a federal ID? Why does it cost money to have a federal ID? Why do you have to have,
Because they believe inconvenience is an actual form of fucking defense or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this for years. ID should be free. You should just get one when you pop out of the thing.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that's cool. He's a moron. Speaking of this idiot, dude, I'm just gonna play this clip. First of all, he's complaining about how Antifa protesters look when he looks like a fucking lizard, dude.
And they turn those emotions ultimately into a desire to subjugate, to oppress, and to inflict pain and suffering.
Make sure to eat your veggies.
When you look at these violent Antifa demonstrations, you see any photograph of those who were assembled. To be blunt, not one of the people that is demonstrating looks like a normal person. Not one looks normal.
You don't look normal!
Brother, you look like a bald supervillain. What the fuck you talking about?
He is out here like, none of them look normal at these protests. Look in the mirror, bro. What is happening?
You look like a shorter, uglier, and less charismatic version of Lex Luthor. What the fuck you talking
I
about?
also thought of Lex Luthor. Oh my god.
Homie trying to defeat Superman, except for it's a poor immigrant on the side of the street.
It looks like the vampire got plastic surgery in his earlier years.
But he did. That's why he looks like that.
Exactly. You get that plastic surgery when you're in your 40s, and then you're pushing 400. That's crazy.
Exactly. That shit lasts for years. They use forever chemicals in that.
Exactly.
In some way, in their appearance, in their dress, in their mannerism. Why is that? Why? If you look at two photographs and you see a normal American street, you see an Antifa protest. Why do the people that are violently demonstrating, why is there not one normal-looking person among them? Every one of them, through the course of their life and their decisions.
There's not a normal-looking person in the government right now, in the presidential administration right now. What are you
president is
talking about?
orange. What the fuck? He looks like he eats. He looks like he eats carrots, but he has never touched a fucking carrot in his life. Explain that shit.
I'll explain it right now.
What do you mean?
There you go.
That's sucking dick. I get you.
No. It's not what
I don't know what that movement is. What is that?
Dude, what is this podcast? Okay, for audio listeners, I'm doing a representation. My arms are behind my back because I'm not touching the carrot, and then I'm leaning forward to eat the carrot. But now I'm seeing why it would possibly look like I was performing some sort of sexual favor.
God, yeah. You see it now?
I see it now. Yeah. Okay. Anywho.
Thanks. God, thank you for that. That was amazing.
No one AI a penis in my mouth, please. So
challenge accepted. Audience, do your thing.
No.
Has scarred their body and their appearance in many.
I keep hearing him say scarred their body. What's funny about that is, like, I am assuming he's talking about, like, probably body modifications, like I'm assuming for trans people, but like that could also mean like a tattoo.
I bet like $1 million he has some like shitty tattoo. He's hiding under that suit right now.
Dude, he's got the butt cheek tattoo.
Of their inner hatred.
Well, this X's name on it.
Dude,
has yet to remove it.
It's so funny. He's talking about, look how weird these people look. They look so weird and not normal. It's because it's their inner hatred coming out. Okay, who's full of hate? The people who look different, or you being the person who's like, oh my god, everyone has to look the same? Like me.
Oh my god, everybody has to look like a fucking rip-off Lex Luthor in a shitty suit.
I'm the physical embodiment of normalness. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Speaking of the
normal looking like that.
Speaking of the Millers, Katie Miller was on Twitter absolutely freaking out about Grey's Anatomy. She said,
You've never seen it? Is that like is it a show? Isn't it like a hospital show?
It's some hospital show. I don't know. I don't even know what it's about. It doesn't matter to me. But apparently it went woke, and that scares her. She said, I've spent the last month rewatching Grey's Anatomy from season 1. Grey's premiered on ABC in 2005 before Hollywood went woke. Before Hollywood went woke. Hollywood has been progressive for a very before 2005. I just want to put it out there. We had I mean, of course Hollywood is never going to be like progressive like obviously they're still super Zionist, but progressive in the minds of a conservative. I mean, we had movies like The Birdcage in the 90s. There was a ton of like pro-gay movies in the 90s. And stuff like that. And it was still, they weren't woke, like it was still more acceptable to make like fun of people for the race, for instance. But it was definitely like I would argue the people working in Hollywood were whatever a Democratic voter was at that time, if that makes sense.
I can get that.
Anyway, she said in the first season there were no gay characters, despite the actual actor actually being gay. By the 2010s, we had a lesbian.
He hid his person. He shoved it down deep
inside.
No,
literally, she's saying, she literally just said just there that he closeted himself like he should, yeah. By the 2010s, we had a lesbian couple. Oh no. By 2017, we had a trans man. By 2018, we had multiple scenes with deportation themes and ICE officers. In 2021, we had riots against the police where people were getting injured by police. In 2021, we had white men apologizing for being white. In 2022, there are multiple characters, differing ethnicities and body types. Gone were white actors. I heavily doubt that. Then in 2022, we had a toddler boy dressed as a girl who wanted to transition. What the hell constitutes as a toddler boy? In 2022, they introduced a non-binary character. Guess what, Katie? That's fucking real life. If in your show, all you have is white, cis-it, Christian boys, and that's the whole show, it's not realistic. Gay characters, especially in a hospital, and that makes sense. That makes more sense,
honestly.
Especially in the later seasons.
If you want to live in your all-white paradise, move in a commune in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yes, I'm
please.
sorry that like
Stop
the world
trying to put your bullshit
as white and straight
on
as you
us.
want it to be, but shows like to be a little real. Also, who the hell has this much time on her hands? What are you talking about? Do you know how long Grey's Anatomy is? And she just recently watched it from season 1 all the way. How? I didn't even know it was still going. Are in Grey's Anatomy. 21 seasons. 22! And there's a 23rd season. There's a 23rd season premiering in October. What is happening?
Mr. Miller is busy secretly banging immigrants. They're
no,
planning
literally.
On deporting.
Like, Steven, make some time for your wife. She's doing nothing but watching Grey's Anatomy and complaining about the gay people.
Dinner date or something. Fuck.
Not
I'm more
to
romantic.
mention, she could have stopped
I'm
watching
romantic.
it. She could have stopped watching it at any time. If any time she saw a black person and it scared her and she wanted to stop watching Grey's Anatomy, that's fine. But she kept watching the show and started raging about it on Twitter. Did she talk more about it? I want more. Oh, okay. It only lets me see that I'm not signing in. But yeah, it's Jesus Christ, dude. Holy shit. I'm not watching.
Yeah, honestly. That's fine.
I'm not watching more Fetterman. You might know what this is about already. Yeah. You might know what I'm about to pull up already. So this is David Pakman, really popular liberal. I actually used to watch him a lot. I stopped watching him after his... I stopped watching him, honestly, after his... How did he purposefully mispronounce AIPAC again? AIPAC? IPAC? He called it IPAC, I think. There were videos of...
IPAC?
Yeah, well, he got a lot of... I believe it was him who got AIPAC funding. He had something to do with AIPAC, and there were videos in the past of him talking about AIPAC and pronouncing it properly. But then he was but then when the scandal happened, he's like, people are talking about, what is it, IPAC? I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Oh, brother Daniel. Come on, Dave. I used to watch him too, but then I stopped after that whole... You remember that whole scandal that showed that several, like, people who supported the Democratic Party broadly was, like, getting paid by the Democratic Party?
I think this was part of it. I think that was part of it, and AIPAC had their hands in that.
Yeah, literally. Like, that's when I stopped watching. I was like, God damn it.
But he did something even more funny recently, so I'm gonna let this play.
Great.
Their Democratic Party has been infected. But I don't think silence is really going to hide it. I saw a crazy thing from the weekend where there was a college Democrats convention, which I was actually invited to participate in, and I couldn't make it. Hassan Piker was dressed like Mao.
Wasn't dressed like Mao. He was wearing a traditional Chinese suit.
He was dressed like Mao. They're literally doing the Obama tan suit. They're doing the Obama's suit is tan thing again.
Oh, hell yeah. I love getting back to this old slap fight politics. Especially...
within its own party, too!
Yeah, honestly. Vote blue no matter who, except for you're a centrist,
exactly.
I guess.
And, I guess Destiny tried to show up and he was banned from entering allegedly because The Mao-dressed piker didn't want him there.
Yeah, Destiny is a pedophile. What are you talking about? And a stalker.
Harasser too.
And a harasser and an awful human being who asked for minors' feet pics and age regressed with them. What are we talking about? The Mao-dressed piker didn't want him there? Which implies, by the way, just so you know, David Pakman, that you prefer a pedophile over a guy who wore a Chinese suit. Just to put it out there, that's what that implies.
Oh my god, brother! You don't understand. He
had a Chinese suit on. He's in no place to criticize someone who's an actual pedophile and a stalker. Like, what are we doing?
Me when I'm comparing a fucking literal pedophile stalker with a dude who decided to wear a traditional Chinese suit.
How can you think like this? Like, how can your brain work like this? I keep wanting to full screen myself. I don't want to steal all the thunder, but, like, look at these guinea pigs, bruh. I can't stop staring at them. They're so silly. Like, what are they doing?
That's fine.
They're so goofy.
You like my grace of God behind me, by the way?
Yeah, it is really bright back there, yeah. It's pretty sick. I'm
in heaven. I died.
Anyway. Now we're moving on to American Watch. I changed it from Hog Watch to American Watch, because Hog is more for, like, right-wing Southern people, but this is for, like, true.
Everyone.
This is for everyone. So Americans are losing faith in capitalism, and that's not just on the left, but in general, capitalism went from being favorable by 30 points, and it was at like 57, and I want to say 2019, and now it's only favorable by 4 points, and it's at 50% approval. So just to put it out there how crazy this is, in the United States of America, capitalism is at 50% approval.
The kings of capitalism since World War II are finally seeing its flaws, and it's great.
Exactly. That's a very cool thing. And that was CNN reporting on that, and CNN is not by any means anti-capitalist. We can all they were gonna paint this as like a scary thing. But
do you have video of that?
I had it was an article that I had. Sorry, I'm typing so slowly because of the way my mic is positioned in front of me. Spin around, girl.
No worries. Spinning.
Yeah, Americans, including many Republicans, are losing faith in capitalism, polling shows. Yeah, the percentage of Republicans who say the system is rigged to favor the wealthy has gone from 30% in 2018 to 42% today.
Awesome. Fewer and fewer live in denial. Gotta love it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's easy to see why candidates promising to overhaul the economic system, whether it's labeled socialism or something else, might have increasing appeal to American voters. Despite socialism and democratic socialism remaining pretty unpopular, some of the politicians who have pulled the best nationally happen to be democratic socialists. I disagree with the notion that democratic socialism is unpopular. It's getting pretty... I mean, unpopular broadly. Like, yeah, obviously Republicans don't like it. And some, and a portion of Democrats don't like it. But amongst, like, it definitely has a base. What the fuck are you guys doing, bruh? Sorry,
You're okay.
I can't stop looking at them. They're usually they're more active than they usually are.
It's because I'm around.
That's true.
Sorry, bro.
That's true.
I'm excitable.
You are. Jump up. All right. Anyway, anywho. Speaking of Republicans changing their minds on things, I'm gonna try and not stare at my guinea pigs in the back. Republicans are turning their backs on JD Vance. comparing him to... I saw people comparing him to Obama and Bernie Sanders.
Obama?
Yeah, I think Bernie Sanders is a crazier comparison, because he's a socialist.
Yeah, but at least he's white.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. I don't get how you could compare JD Vance to Obama. Saying that he's deplorable for his talks with Iran. That might be where they get the Obama thing from.
Oh,
and blaming and they're blaming him for a lot of Trump's mistakes.
That they're doing it. They're throwing JD in the hole.
And while I was watching, because I was pulling up clips, I was pulling up the Joe Rogan clip of him talking to JD Vance. So because it was Joe Rogan, I had a lot of right-wing videos and it suggested. And there was a Ben Shapiro video titled "What JD Vance Said on Rogan Should Scare Conservatives."
Oh my God,
they're turning against JD pretty quickly. Because he's, like you said, he's the fall guy. They're blaming JD Vance for all of Trump's mistakes. But that's the thing. They blamed Kristi Noem for all of the Trump's name being listed everywhere, and now they're blaming JD Vance for all of Trump's mistakes with the war. And I just feel like it almost feels like they're never going to wake up. Like, maybe the problem is the guy who's been connected to everything from the beginning.
Honestly, but I feel like they'll come out of it one day just because they have to. Otherwise, they're going to have to walk off the edge with him. And I don't feel like any of them are going to be willing to do that when the time comes.
Yeah, definitely not for... Well, for Trump... I don't know. I guess we'll have
some
to see.
People are definitely going to.
Yeah.
Some people are going to, but I feel like that might be my optimist coming through. I have hope in humanity and people's ability to change their mind, but
I guess for me, like I said,
naive.
His popularity is declining, and I guess for me, it's just a personal thing because I see so many people in my vicinity who are like, their opinion of Trump hasn't changed since 2020, and it's like, how? But regardless, so that sculptor who made that horrendous Charlie Kirk statue, is like going into debt because, he spent $100,000 making it and no one wants to buy it.
Aw, that low-key, that's kind of sad though, because homie probably did spend all of his money on that shit.
And a lot of time, clearly, too.
Yeah, look at that thing.
He thought it would raise millions of dollars.
He put all his eggs in one basket, and this is what happens, I guess. Poor guy.
Yeah.
I wish he made other stuff. Do you think he made other stuff? Or do you think he put all his eggs into this thing?
He said, "Is it cursed? Maybe. I don't know."
Poor fucker.
What are you talking about? He broke his foot while working on the statue after tripping over a roll of tape.
That's insane.
Maybe it is cursed. Holy shit. Dude. Adding insult to injury.
Poor fucker. Oh my god. I hope he recovers from this. I hope he doesn't go into spiraling massive debt like the other half of this country.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's a little bit funny though. Like he spent all his money on it. Like he thought this was like his big break, he thought. Like what?
He said he didn't agree with him on certain issues.
I see.
And it seemed to be mostly Palestine.
What?
But he's pro-Palestine, I guess.
That's an odd combo.
He's from another country?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have a lot.
Okay, so
but he's from Italy. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, man. Because here's what happened. Homie was like, homie moved to this country, probably saw the dude, was like, this is a good opportunity.
Mm.
and he didn't agree with a lot of his views, but saw he was like kind of pro-Palestine, which I didn't know he was.
Oh, Charlie Kirk? No, Charlie Kirk was not pro-Palestine.
Oh, then why did he make a statue of the guy?
The Charlie Kirk isn't pro-Palestine. The guy who made the statue is, but I guess he agrees with them on other stuff. I don't know. My friend, I had a friend who I used to work with, his Muhammad. He was from, where was his family from? I don't remember. But I mean, you know, his name was Muhammad. And he loved Nick Fuentes. So
Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, who's
That's
not
ironic.
cool with, and I mentioned that to him, and he's like, yeah, but he's honest about it at least. And I'm like,
he's honest.
Whatever you say, Muhammad.
At least he has priorities straight, I guess.
He was a funny guy because he was like more pro-Trump for the election. Like he was kind of pro-Trump, but not really. Like he was very soft into politics. So every now and then I'd mention something. He'd be like, "What's his approval rating again?" And I'd be like, "It was like whatever it was at the time. Maybe it'd be like 35 or something." And he would be like, "Nah, man, he's getting impeached." And I'm like, I love Muhammad,
only if you knew. Only if you knew.
Yeah, I'm like, well, actually, funny that you say that.
Yeah, you gotta have a majority in the House and 2/3 in the Senate, and I do not know the last time 2/3 happened in the
And he's been
Senate.
impeached multiple times too.
Yeah, hasn't been removed from office though. Never
Yeah.
gonna get that 2/3 in the Senate.
Anywho, to push through because we don't have too much time left. Moving on to, oh, and also, I do want to say one more thing. A giant right winger should just buy it. Donald Trump should buy it and then like put it on the White House lawn or whatever. I don't want that to happen.
Honestly, I'm surprised that none of them didn't.
Yeah, I would think that a big right winger would be the person to buy it. But like the Daily Wire
helping
as a company buys it and then puts it on their lawn or some stupid shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I am shocked about that because they can be like, "Look, I'm helping this immigrant. I'm not racist."
Yeah.
He built a statue of Charlie Kirk.
Anywho,
oh hell yeah!
Yeah, our guy. So Mamdani called for the federal government to arrest Netanyahu if he steps foot in the United States, like I said. And a previous, he actually got asked at one point why he didn't talk about Hamas. Like, why didn't you just say that, like, why didn't you mention that if Hamas stepped in here that you would do the same thing? And my first thought is because Hamas isn't trying to visit New York City, but he just gave he gave a more balanced, you know, he was like, well, if they did, and there was a war criminal coming over here, then I would call for their arrest too. Anyway, what's his name? Netanyahu went on, it was like MSNBC, CNN, somewhere, talking about how Mamdani is fomenting hate or some stupid bullshit. And they brought it up to him and he responded.
Hi, Mayor. I was just wondering if you could also respond to Prime Minister Netanyahu's
I like how they just call him Mayor now.
Fox. I don't know if you saw them 24 hours ago or so, saying that you, in fact, were fomenting hate. It was brought up in the context of the Upper West Side attack that is suspected to be a hate crime. I'm wondering what you make of his comments and if you have spoken to any federal officials, including President Trump, about your call to accept the ICC and arrest him.
So I'm not interested in getting into a back and forth with Prime Minister Netanyahu. What I will say is that here in New York City, one of my top priorities is keeping Jewish New Yorkers safe, keeping every single New Yorker safe. And we know that while Jewish New Yorkers comprise a minority of all New Yorkers, they comprise a majority of the victims of all hate crimes. And it is unacceptable. And I am thankful, as we have seen over the past few days, that the Asian New Yorker and the Jewish New Yorker who were stabbed are in stable condition. I continue to wish them a full and a speedy recovery. And I'm also thankful to the NYPD for having acted quickly and swiftly to apprehend Raul Morales, who has now been charged, as you said, with not only attempted murder, but also a hate crime. And I look forward to him being prosecuted to the full extent of the law, because as we know, here in this city, we have no tolerance for hatred. We have no tolerance for bigotry. And I also want to make one thing clear, which is that we have to not only do the work in response to these kinds of crimes, but also to prevent these crimes. And that's why our administration made a decision to increase funding for the Office of Hate Crime Prevention by more than 800% earlier this year, so we can start to do the work of rooting out anti-Semitism and bigotry of any kind from across the 5 boroughs.
Hey, this is why New York's safe right here.
Such a goat. Holy hell, bro. Such a
God,
goat.
if he doesn't run for president when his mayorship is over, I'm literally going to kill myself. Oh wait, he can't. Never mind. He's not a U.S. citizen. Let me phrase that. He's not born in the United States.
That needs to be, for obvious reasons, repealed anyway. So.
There's certainly a lot of people that are like came here and like when they're 7, like Mamdani himself. Would probably make fantastic leaders, and I would love to have them.
You should have every right. I think you should have to live in America for a certain amount of years, just like for obvious reasons. Just like if you run in local office, you have to live in that district for a certain number of years.
My main thing is, here's my main thing. My thing is, if you pay taxes, you should have the right to vote. Simple as that.
Yeah, if you pay taxes, you should have the right to vote and run.
You should have the right to vote and run if you pay taxes. That's supposedly why our country rebelled, and we should extend that to everyone, which is cool.
Another cool thing, before we get on to 2 lame things and then a funny thing. Cool thing, Troy Jackson has been officially selected to replace Graham Plattner. He is officially the candidate.
You want to know something?
What?
Newsmax was talking about that, and they framed it like, once again, the Democratic Party ripped away the right of the voter to choose their candidate.
Yeah? Even though he has all the backing?
Yeah, and was chosen by a fucking literal electoral college system of Maine, except for with a party. So I don't know why.
That's what's so funny about it. If you're over here like Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris took away the voters' right to pick who it was, or Troy Jackson took away. Okay, cool. Let's abolish electoral colleges then. I'm with you.
Yeah, honestly,
but they don't want to do that.
Electoral colleges are not great.
But they don't want to abolish electoral colleges, so it's like, okay, pick one, big dog.
Yeah, because it helps them win.
Exactly. Trump wouldn't have won in 2016 if it wasn't for electoral colleges. Hillary won the popular vote by just a little bit, and so much of a little bit that there were states where the electoral colleges were able to be like, nah, Trump.
Great.
Anywho. Moving on to the shitty stuff. There was a kid who did a school shooting last year in Georgia, pleaded guilty to all 55 counts, and is going to prison.
That's cool.
So that's good that he did that, I guess. It's awful that shit happens.
Yeah, he's in prison.
And then we're going to talk about Corey Ruiz, I think it's pronounced. Hear about that guy?
No, I heard of Cory Booker though.
No,
once or twice.
Yeah, no, this is Corey Ruiz. He was, allegedly had a knife out, and that's the argument that they use, that he injured an officer with a knife. But the important part of this, what kind of makes that part not as important, is that he was entirely restrained, and then 3 shots were fired after he was restrained and he died. So I don't give a fuck if
another cop killing.
I don't care if he actually murdered somebody. I don't care if he killed a cop. If he's restrained and he's not an imminent threat to the people around him, you don't have the jurisdiction to go through with an execution. You have to give him a trial.
Yeah, you can't shoot him 3 times that head, fucking execution style, and act like that's justice.
Yeah, you don't.
Like, you didn't allow the family to have a say.
You don't get to shoot someone for what they. You don't get that jurisdiction as a cop. That you shoot someone when they are a threat to the people around them in that very moment. if they are like going to attack somebody. If they're entirely restrained, you don't have the jurisdiction to kill them.
Absolutely. You should give him justice, give him his due in court, let him be sent to prison. But no, they killed him, so that won't happen. We'll never get the full story. Yep. So thank you, police, once again, failing us.
Lastly, ending on a funny story.
Cool.
Canadian politician read an AI prompt during an assembly.
This next clip of a Canadian politician is going viral, serving as a warning to those hoping to utilise the support of AI. During an assembly speech, Bill Oliver appeared to accidentally read an AI prompt with chatbot instructions midway through. Let's take a look.
Develop expectations that exceed the powers actually granted to those offices. Here's a more natural flowing version of that section that reads like a legislative speech rather than a series of short points. Madam Speaker, one of my concerns with this legislation is the potential gap.
A good reminder to always proofread your work.
I love that reporter, actually. I don't even know who that is.
That's so funny.
I love Australians.
Yeah, respect.
Okay, that was... Oh my god, that was so sick.
Hell yeah. Yay! If your congressman or whatever your equivalent is uses AI, maybe don't vote for them next time. I'm just gonna say that.
But that concludes the news for today.
Yeah.
Thank
sadly,
y'all.
Once again.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Bit of a shorter episode. On the shorter end, but
I think that's fun.
Got an hour and 45.
We did a pretty long one last time.
Yeah, we usually do about 2.5 hours. I think last time was our longest at 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we will see y'all next week.
Bye-bye, everyone. I hope you enjoy your lovely afternoon.
Vote!
Vote!